Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Danmachi season 5 episode 5 reaction. So the previous episode was a crazy episode, a big reveal. It was kind of hinted, the whole situation was hinted from episode 1 only, but there was a few things that didn't really fall into place. That is why at least I didn't understand what is going on in its entirety. So basically, the one thing that was throwing me off is like first episode where both Sir and Freya was in the same room, but turns out as we get to know in the previous episode that wasn't Sir, that was probably Hern. And she was there in front of Freya while as we know Freya is Sir, Sir is Freya. So now as soon as we got to know that, everything made sense. So the previous episode, like a lot of things happened. Like Hern tried to kill Bell, you know, and the Freya family came in to help them out. And later on, Bell goes and meets Freya slash Sir, and tells her that I'm sorry I couldn't, like return your feelings back. And yeah, and that's what happened. He turned her down. Now obviously Freya's personality came out now, and as we all know, Freya is someone who wants what she wants, and she gets, she tries to get it by any way means possible. So now she's like, all right, we'll just go and take him, and she has ordered her whole familia to start a war with Hestia Familia, like crazy. So let's see what happens today. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Yep, she was. Yep. Mm. She was Freya. Oh, so that. Okay, there you go. There you go. That was Heron. Hmm. Hmm. Right. Wow. Hmm. Yeah, that's real. Translucent soul. Hmm. Right. Yeah. Well, that wasn't Sir, so All right. Oh boy. Right, it makes sense why in the opening everyone is fighting the Freya Familia, like now that she has like announced war or whatever. Yep, there you go. Well, well, you have to think about Belle. Hmm. Yeah. Well, she is also thinking about herself as well. Oh boy, as Freya said, she's not going to become Sir anymore. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. Well. Oh, yes. Yeah. Empty vessel who Freya will. Hmm. No, that wasn't the case. Yeah. Like they switched now and then. Like. Hmm. Oh my God, Freya's directly here. Oh boy. Yeah, you just directly. I guess it's better than just going behind her back. Yeah. Damn. Oh boy. Yeah, now she's going to announce. Yeah, she's going to announce war. Whoa, what the? Oh boy, here we go. So that was a signal. Oh god, these guys. Ah, she was okay. Right. Oh boy. Yeah, in the middle of the marketplace? Oh god. Yeah, all of them are all like level 6 or something. Whoa, what the? Wait. How did he slip in? Oh my god. Oh no, in no way. Yeah. Welf Welf is level 2, I think. Yeah, in no way. Oh my god, that is the level difference. Okay, Lily's level 2. Oh, both of them are Palum, I just realized. Oh god! Yo! Oh, Ortal has directly come for Bell. Hey yo! He's level 7! No, don't, in no way. Oh god, yeah. Yo! Ah! That easy. Asfi is just. Well, that was a signal, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh my god. In no way she's doing that. Also, you can do that. You can convert. Oh. How will. Oh, I guess she did the same thing with Ishtar. Oh, Hermes. Yeah, this is why gods and goddesses never interfere in each other's business. We'll have to wait. Oh, really? Oh. No, no, Hermes has given them at least a chance to do something about it. Yeah, some steps. Yeah, like, oh my god. Yeah, last resort. Damn, she's involving the whole. Oh no, she's charmed them. Oh, this is the step, the proactive step. Wait, what? No, no. Is she like trying to charm everyone? She's. I think she's. Yeah, she's trying to charm everyone or something like that. And that's why His divinity, I think she cannot be charmed by Freya or anyone under her divinity. Something like that. Don't try. Yep, she's planning to charm them. Yeah, yeah. Hestia cannot be affected by Freya's charm. That's why. Mm. Oh boy. Yep, her charm. Yeah, oh god. Yeah, come on. Boost her divinity. Yo, so the whole town is like on Freya's, like. Oh boy. I wonder how much time passed after that. Yeah, where is this place? Is he somewhere outside of or I don't think Lou is here. Oh no. Oh god. Yeah. Uh, all the Freya familiars. What the? Yeah. Courtyard. Oh, that this is a home. Oh, what? Oh, even they are charmed. Oh, even they're thinking that. Okay, I see. So for them, this is normal. That is crazy. Yeah, you guys are the one. Yeah, that is okay. Nah, man. Okay, so he's now thinking what's wrong with me because everyone else is like, you know, like when everyone else is telling you that Oh, this is the truth. They even, yeah, even they don't. Yep. Give him money. Oh no. Oh no, no. Oh no, no, they have, okay, they do know what's going on. Okay. So they're just acting out. Okay. Mm. Without using a divine power. Yeah. Yeah, that is why they weren't able to brainwash him. Oh, this is uh this girl. What was her name? Aina, yeah. Oh boy. Wow. Oh no. Yeah, now he's like, wait, am I the crazy one? When everyone else is like this, like if he can find Hestia now, that I guess that'll be different. But oh no, Hestia's here. Okay, I think Hestia will act here. Like Hestia definitely has her memories, but you know she'll act it out as if she doesn't remember him or something. Uh, yeah, she realized Otar's looking at them. Like for now, she'll have to bite for time. Mm. Damn, that is crazy. Like I was thinking, I was like, wait, aren't they not allowed to use their abilities in the lower world? But as they said, that wasn't her ability. That was her innate skill, basically like a passive skill she used, the charm. So technically, she didn't really use her power, divine powers, I guess. Okay, and yeah, I guess that's why Hermes was like, "Oh, boost your divinity to max, and give me this letter. That letter that he gave her. That letter will probably make Hermes snap out of the whole thing, so that they can make some kind of a plan to help this situation." Damn, like crazy. Like she like literally brainwashed the whole place just so that she can get to Belle. Mm. Is that it? Yep. And that was today's episode. Wow. Good lord. I wasn't expecting it's going to go this far. Like, like I was like, oh, they're going to just start attacking Hestia family and they'll be fighting and everything. Bruh, she warped the whole, like the whole thing of the whole town and everyone, except obviously her like top familiar members. And for a moment, I thought that she also like kind of altered their memories as well. But obviously she wouldn't do that, I guess, because unless if she did that, who would be the one to keep an eye on Belle? Because she needs a people to keep an eye on Belle, so that situations like this where you bump into Hestia or someone who has like what's an idea about what's going on, you know like, she needs people to keep an eye on Belle, and who knows the situation. So yeah, I guess that's why. Or maybe who knows, maybe like her familiar members are exempt from her charm or something like that. I'm not really sure about that part, but obviously yeah, she used her charm to charm everyone. Now this is the interesting thing. In actuality as well, in like, this is obviously Danmachi, but like Hestia is actually able to like nullify Freya's charm, like in like in the legends, in reality, the the real legends as well. That's the interesting part, where because like, wait a minute, like that's why I knew about this, like that Hestia can like nullify charms. uh I don't remember if they mentioned this somewhere in the anime, but in the real legends as well, Hestia can nullify charm for Freya, and that is why like Freya is, I guess you could say, in a way, a little bit cautious of Hestia. You know what? Let me check. Uh, okay, I'll check it out later. But yeah, I'm pretty sure like because of that, Hestia had to boost her divinity and you know make sure that she is able to escape from this situation. Now I don't know what they're going to plan to, like, what they'll be planning to do now, because technically, I guess Hestia can probably like break Hermes out of that whole thing. But even if that's the case, what can she and Hermes themselves do? Because everything. Oh, I guess Asfi also. Oh yeah, Asfi took Ryu. Asfi took Ryu and flew away as far as they could. So maybe Asfi and Ryu are not under Freya's influence. That might be possible. I think that's probably what's going on. Um, yeah, Asfi and Ryu are probably not under Freya's influence. And Hestia probably gave that letter or whatever he wrote to Hermes, so Hermes probably would be able to break out of his charm as well. But yeah, and that's crazy, because even the gods are getting can get affected by it. That's the crazy part, and that is why like Freya said, you are the one, like, to Hestia, that might cause problem to my like to what I'm trying to do, because she is immune to her charm. Now this is another thing that I'm not 100% sure, but Belle's innate ability to nullify charm as well, that is not something that she gets from Hestia. That is something that he has from himself. And I guess that maybe that's because he was part of his maybe because his past. Like, I'm not going to say much stuff, but like I do know that Belle, like, we all know that Belle's grandfather, Zeus, and maybe because of his connection to his parents, and like, yeah, stuff like that. And like I said, I do know, like, Belle's background, because I played Memoria Freeze. I do know, like, like, who his mother is, who his father is, you know which familia they belong to, and what were their situations. I do know about these little, like here and there, now and bits and pieces, I do know. So I'm not really sure if Belle is a, like, the fact that Belle can nullify charm, that, like, where that comes from. I'm not really 100% sure about that part, though. But I'm guessing it has probably something to do with his lineage, or his past, where he comes from. Because here's the thing: if he got his, like this power to nullify charm from Hestia, wouldn't the same apply to all the other Hestia family members as well? That's why I'm saying, since all the other members were charmed by Freya, I'm assuming this isn't really like a passive boost that you get by just staying in Hestia Familia. No, Belle has probably this special like thing from within him where he can nullify charm just like Hestia can do. And that's why, no, like Freya has tried multiple times but was never able to charm Belle. And this time as well, since Belle couldn't be charmed, she decided to charm everyone else so that she can throw Belle into a situation where everyone else is like has no clue what's going on, and they think that, oh, this is normal, you know. So yeah, that is the current situation. Now, as we all know, it's, I guess it is like a slow and steady process, but it is pretty an effective one, where you are literally in a world where you see everyone else is talking about something or has like a certain viewpoint about a certain situation, while you are the only one who's the odd one out and you don't share the same viewpoint. That is a similar situation. Bell thinks like, oh, I'm from Hestia family, obviously, and he's asking everyone and seeing that every single person is like, who are you? You're not from Hestia family, you're from Freya familia. Even his previous familia members as well, they are also like, like that. So, and obviously Hestia cannot really say anything because Otral is keeping an eye on her. So, what happens when you are in a world where you are the only one who is kind of out of the loop? Everyone else is saying something, and you're like, what the hell? You kind of like, as that keeps going on, you kind of start questioning your own sanity, and you'll probably be like, wait a minute, maybe I'm the one who's weird. Because every single person I've met is saying the same thing. Am I the one who's weird? Like, am I the one who's insane? You'll start to like question your own own memories and stuff. And I guess that's what Freya trying to do, because she cannot really charm Belle. She decides to charm everyone else and makes it so that like nobody else can get to Belle. Yeah, something like that. Right. This is a very tricky situation. I wonder how they're going to get over this, because like I can see what they're going to do. I think like I can guess what they're probably going to do. Like I said, the first thing Hester probably did is break Hermes out of his charm, and then Asfi and Ryu were also, I'm hoping they were outside the realm of influence where like Freya used charm, so they're probably not charmed. So if that is the case, then we have Hestia, Hermes, Asfi, and Ryu, these four not charmed. Now here's another thing I'm thinking. Like the opening like spoils a lot of things. In the opening you can see Mamma Mia fighting, so I'm guessing she probably is also going to somehow join, because if you remember, she was actually a part of Freya Familia, and she was quite a high level adventurer. I don't remember what level she is, but she's quite high, I think. As far as probably maybe like level 5 or something, I don't know, who knows, maybe level 6, I'm not really sure. But yeah, that's the current situation. I do wonder like how Ice, like if Ice also probably like got charmed. Yeah, everyone, even the gods are not like any exception, so yeah. Right, but like I said, I think like this is probably how this is going to go. Like Mamma Mia and is also going to join in, because again, the opening literally spoils it. You can see it pretty clearly. I don't know why they decided to make an opening like that, which spoils every single thing. The only thing that made me not get spoiled about Sir being Freya is the fact that Hern was there in episode 1, which really confused me. Like that's why I was thinking like, no, something else is going on. But the opening even spoils that, that Sid is Freya. That is crazy. But anyway, I don't know why they decided to make an opening. Like, come on, man. Like, I've seen a few openings where they spoil few things here and there, but unless and until you have the context, you're not able to understand that. But this is like blatant spoiling. Like, absolutely insane. Why they did this, I have no idea. Like, good lord. Like, sometimes animes do this where they have certain opening but when certain developments happen in the anime, they reveal more things in the opening. They could have done that. You know what? Whatever, man. I just don't know. Okay. Anyways, yeah, and that is the current situation. So in a world full of people who doesn't know you, or not doesn't know you but knows you but as a different person, and you being the lone person who thinks otherwise, obviously you're going to question your own sanity, because everyone will be like, oh, you're like, Granel from the Freya familia. Every single person he'll meet, even the gods and goddesses are also going to say the same thing. So at that point you're like, what? Am I the one whose memories are wrong? Am I the one who's actually crazy here? Yeah, right. There you go. And that is why, as they said, like they needed to wait for like 6 months, and that's what the Freya is doing here, I guess. You know. Um. Yeah. There you go. And you see, this is why, like as Hermes said, I never wanted to I never wish to see a situation where gods and goddesses would be fighting like this amongst each other. I never wish to see it, and that is why gods and goddesses do not interfere, because things would be crazy then. They're just going to destroy everything, trying to uphold their own self interests and imposing their, because we all know gods and goddesses are very prideful, egotistical, selfish, there's a few exceptions obviously, but yeah. There you go. That is what happened. Wow. Crazy. Yeah, okay, so that was that. So let's see. Let's wait and see how this goes. And yeah, this is a very difficult situation. Right. And here's the thing. I think, yeah, Bell still has no idea that Sid is actually Freya. Yeah, he still has no clue about that. Wow. Hmm. And yeah, and there you go. That was today's episode. Um okay, so that was that. Now, that was my overall impression. So now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. In the very first scene, you can see that section where they reveal that Hearn was actually that was Hearn in the first episode. Like here Freya talks about role playing, and as she said that as a goddess, I just wanted to just play as someone else, just be someone different, to stave off my boredom, and that is why Heron was there, and so she decided to take Heron's identity and switch between Sir and Freya, and accordingly, when she wanted, she would become Sir, she would then become Freya, and if she became Sir, then Heron took her place and became Freya and acted as a goddess, and this whole thing happened, and she worked in the hostess of fertility, and she just wanted to play an ordinary girl, and as she said, I had fun. She said I was pretty bad at doing the dishes and the other stuff, but I still had fun, just roaming around the amongst the mortals, and yeah. Okay. Yeah, living as Sir was fun. Cleaning and cooking were a challenge, but I soon really realized that I wasn't as dexterous as I believed. Still, I found it enjoyable. And here we go. And this is where she talks about what she adores, beautiful things and people that try to, that exists, or their whole reason for existence is not something confined to themselves, but something other than themselves. That's what she says. Where's that part? Especially the ones that lead beautifully for the sake of something aside for themselves. So as we all know, Belle is definitely one of the one of the prime examples of that. and the others that she adores as well. Like, I guess you could say the same for Heron as well, because Heron is living for Freya, similar to Ryu. Ryu was living for her goal, or her, like, motivation of getting revenge, and like that was like her, like she wasn't like confined to herself, but she had something more than her, like she was living for something more than her own sake, and similar to everyone else that she adored. Hmm. Okay. The stray kitten. Okay, I'm assuming she's talking about Anya, because like Anya the stray kitten, because her brother is, we know like how her brother acted with her. That's why I think stray kitten. The lonely black cat is that girl. I forgot her name. Good lord. What was her name? The one with the black haired girl, the black haired cat girl. I forgot her name. Anyways, um, the girl seeking a place to belong is the other girl, I think. Again, I forgot those two's names. Um, and then the elf trying to stay in the path of sincerity, which is obviously Ryu. Yeah, they are all my precious darlings. So everyone from the Hostess of Fertility, was someone that she adored. I guess that's why, Freya family outright didn't kill them or anything. And then she says, I came across him. The boy with his translucent soul. Um, that drove me to throw it all away. My honor, my pride, and even the void inside of me. Which is why I killed Sid. Yeah, so there you go. He explains that. And now we are back to Belle again, and then Belle, like, and Rue, obviously Rue has been injured, and Belle comes in, and they're like, "What's happened, Belle?" And Belle is like, doesn't want to talk about it. Next scene, we get to see Rue asking Belle about the situation. Obviously, Rue is concerned about Cyr, because she literally saw Cyr being attacked. So then Belle, like, like kind of cleared up the misunderstanding. He's like, no, Cyr is fine. That was someone else. You don't have to worry about her. And then he says that I rejected Cyr. Now here in this situation, you can see obviously Ryu is like, oh, why did you not accept her? And so obviously you can say that like this is like a complicated situation, because you can see that she became too, like, like, emotional about this situation, because I guess in a way you can say that Rue was obviously killing her own feelings for Belle because of Cyr, and now that Belle has rejected Cyr, she is like, then where am I then? Where does my feeling lie? If I was already beneath Cyr, and if Belle rejected Cyr, then my feelings are pointless for him. Like, what did I do all of this for? Why did I, like it's like a complicated feeling, I guess you could say. But then when Belle said that, oh no, I also have someone that I, like, kind of look up to, and I want to catch up to them, then I want to confess, which is where Rue was like, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have acted like that, like I should have known, just like how Cyr, had feelings for you, you must have had feelings for someone else as well. Instead, I decided to push my own, frustrations on you. I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, but obviously Cyr has not gone back, so they're all trying to find Cyr. Yeah. Okay. Now, the next scene, you can see Hestia is thinking like, what the hell is going on? And the whole situation with Cyr, she kind of thinks about it, and she's like, okay, so I can understand that that is probably like an empty vessel that Freya just goes into, and like plays a different role, a role of a normal human, and is like, moving amongst the mortals. That is what she does, and she decides to go and ask Hermes about it. But oh, this is also the part where she thinks that, wait a minute, does that mean that Freya has actually kept, and like, kept like directly talking with Belle and directly interacting with him up until now? Is that what happened? Which is true, like, like as she said, like not necessarily every single time it was Hen, or I doubt Hen had much contact with Belle. the times when Hen was Sir was probably like minimal, like very minimal. But for Freya, it was mostly like like in like the when Belle met Sid, it was mostly like Freya. I'm guessing most of the time, or maybe all of the time, and that is why Hestia's like, oh, and this is one thing that she wanted to avoid, and that is why you've seen this from the very first episode. This is why Hestia doesn't want, like other gods and goddesses to put their, like put their no, attention on Belle, because Belle has the makings of a hero. He has a soul that the gods and goddesses long for, and something like that, like is like that is why she would. That's why she wants to keep Belle like a lot, like like a lot in a lot of distance away from all the other gods and goddesses, especially Freya. And Freya, because we all know Freya is someone who she puts her eye on. She like tries to get them by any means possible. So up until now, Hestia had no clue that like Freya was in direct contact with Belle, so she didn't really think much about it. And now she realized that wait a minute, so if she was Sir, and obviously Hestia like heard a lot of Sir from Belle himself. She realized that then Freya has been in contact with Belle throughout this whole section, and nobody had any clue. And that is where she was like, okay, like she became concerned, because she was like, yeah, this is problematic, because if she has had her eyes on someone for such a long time, that would mean she would actively try to come and get that person, which is Belle. Because up until now, she had no idea that Freya had this much of a like attention on Belle. Anyways, she tries to move forward to ask Hermes about the situation, but then Freya comes in and Freya stops her on in front of yeah. Now this is where Freya says, like, asks her that, oh, like, can you give me Belle, like we can do the conversion. Obviously Hestia's like, no, like why would I? Belle is from my family, I'm not going to give Belle away. And like, and Freya also says, like, you are someone that I where's that part, you are one of the ones I adore as well. um Here we go. The reason behind it is like the eternal flame of the hearth which you preside over is more valuable than any sort of gold. Yeah, Hestia's like that the hearth, the like the as we all know, Hestia is the goddess of family and the hearth or something like that. Let me check. Uh, the Greek goddess. Hestia is a virgin Greek goddess of hearth, home, and fire. There you go. It was believed all hearths were her altar. She also symbolized the alliance between colonies and their mother cities. Her sacred animal is the pig. Here we go. Hestia is the older sister of Demeter and Hera, and is also the sister of Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. Her parents are Titans, Rhea, and Kronos. And the thing about Hestia is that, here we go, Hestia was originally one of the 12 Olympians. Her throne was described as a plain, being made of wood and woolen white cushion. She did not choose an emblem for herself, which is very interesting, because like, you can kind of understand how Danmachi is also really trying to match Hestia's legend as far as possible. Because if you remember, Hestia never had an emblem in Danmachi as well. It was like later on that Belle and Hestia together thought of that emblem, with the, I think it was in season 2, wasn't it? Yeah. So yeah, Hestia was the first to be swallowed by her father Kronos when he ate the 12 Olympians, and last to be disgorged. She gave up her throne on Mount Olympus and gave it to Dionysus to avoid a possible civil war. Hestia instead tended to the sacred fire on Mount Olympus, and that's why Hestia is so important. This is the thing. I feel like a lot of people who doesn't know much about Hestia's real true legend, and who watch Danmachi, probably mistake Hestia to be a very weak goddess or something, because I guess it makes sense, because she never had a familia. She was this lone goddess just walking around, and she found Belle. That is not the case actually. Hestia is actually, like, as Freya said, even Freya fears Hestia. That is how much her influence is. Like, in a way you could say that Hestia is like someone who is beloved by like almost everyone, because even gods and goddesses have these alliances, and this like some god heads some other god, some goddess heads some other goddess. These type of things happen. But I think Hestia is like a very big exception to that. Like everyone equally adores Hestia, and that is also another thing that is makes her so exceptional. As far as I know, I'm not really sure. Because she could not leave from the hearth, Hestia did not have many stories centered around her. In ancient tales, Hestia refused the marriages of Apollo and Poseidon, which is funny because if you remember, second season as well, Apollo came in trying to get Belle, and that part. She vowed on the river Styx to forever be a virgin goddess. Yeah, Hestia was always the first to receive offerings on every sacrifice in a household. Any hearth of a household was forbidden to go out unless the fire was ritually extinguished and ritually revived. The hearth was okay. Yeah, so there you go. That is Hestia's like legend or her, you know, her story. So yeah, Hestia is a pretty big deal, and that is why I guess you could say Freya tells here that I, equally adore you as well, because the eternal flame of the hearth that she protects, the fire of Olympus, that you preside over, is very more valuable than any sort of gold. You know what? I really want to. I don't know if she's going to use her divine powers here, Hestia, later on, but I really want to see that because I feel like that is going to change a lot of people's minds about Hestia. I have played Memoria Freeze and I do know about Hestia's divine power a little bit. I think there was a certain event in Memoria Freeze where Hestia actually became her true self, which is Vesta. She she looks extremely cool there in her in and there's a new form she has in Memoria Freeze. Vesta looks extremely cool. I'm not sure if that's going to happen or if Hester is going to reveal her true power later, but that'll be very cool. I do hope something like that happens later on in this arc. Because like I said, I feel like most of the people who watch Danmachi has a very big I guess you could say they don't understand Hestia's actual worth in this story. They all probably a lot of people think that, oh, Hestia is just Hestia. She's one of the like goddesses who like has no influence, nothing. But she's actually like a pretty big deal. Like even who like so much that even Freya like looks at her in this way, as she says. Okay, right. You could even go as far as to say that I fear it. There you go. I don't want to resort to any violence. Yeah, so please, Hester, give me Belle. Anyways, Hester's like, no, I'm not going to give Belle. And, then she's like, okay, then I have no choice. And she, like, does a little signal. And, yeah, they start, Freya's family member starts attacking Hestia's members one after the other. First, Mikoto gets attacked by those, I forgot then, I don't know, remember their names, those twins. Then we have Aisha trying to protect Haruhime, but obviously like they're very underleveled. In no way can they do anything about the situation. And then we have Wealth fighting this guy, the cat guy. And yeah, the cat guy is probably level 6 or something. Wealth is level 2. So that's why it was so like at least Aisha could put in like 1 or 2 attacks. Wealth was just standing there and he immediately got cut and he's like, what the hell? That is the level difference between them. Same with Lily. Obviously, Lily couldn't do anything as well. And I just realized the 4 of them, the siblings, the twins or whatever you call them. What do you call twins? Is when there's 2. Triplets is 3. 5 is, I think, quintuplets. What is 4? I have no idea. I have quadruplets. I think, yeah. I think quadruplets. I'm not really sure, but I didn't know, or I didn't realize. Yeah, they're Paloons. Just similar to Lily. And if you all know, Paloons have like a huge pride amongst their own like race. They're like like similar with Finn as well. And this is something that the anime completely cut off. If you guys have no idea, I don't know why they did that. I guess it's probably because it was like a side story. But there's a side story about Lily and Finn. It's not really a spoilers because this has already happened. If you're interested, you can either read the light novel or again, Memoria Freeze actually had this. Memoria Freeze had this story. They had, and that's where I got to know about it, where Finn tried to I think propose to Lily, and that was the time when like Belle and Lily had a little bit of a misunderstanding. Lily, like we all know, Belle looks at Lily as a little sister, and Lily got very much pissed off with that, and yeah, and that is when Finn came to propose to Lily, because Lily is supposed to be. I said this before. Lily is a, you know, again, that is not really that's a side story, and that's not canonical. But Lily has her past life is someone really crazy. That girl. I forgot her name. Fianna, I think. Probably not because of that, but Finn really liked Lily, and that's why this happened. But later on, a few things happen here and there. Then Lily rejects Finn, and that they completely cut that out of the anime. The anime doesn't have that at all. It's there in Memoria Freeze and in the light novel, I think. I guess it's because it's a side story. So if you read that, you'll realize how Palums really have this pride, and they have this thing where they want to stick with each other and want to expand their their, I guess you could say, their own people, their own race. That is why they have this thing. That's why this guy here says, that was a solid attack. I take pride in seeing more brethren like you rise up in the world. There you go. That is why he particularly says this. Okay, and then we have Otal come in. Yeah, in front of Ryu and Bell, and obviously Otal is level 7. He no ways anyone doing anything to him. So Ryu gets immediately whacked off. Bell gets completely knocked out, and he grabs Bell and just leaves. Yeah, and then Freya's like, Hestia, it's done. I've attacked your people, your children, and I have them with me. Then she brings in Bell over here and throws him in front of Hestia, and then she's like, come on, let's do the conversion. Obviously Hestia's not no, I'm not going to allow it. Yeah, and then Freya comes in, grabs Hestia's ponytail, and tells her that I wanted to as Cir, I wanted to go get close to him, but it didn't work. So I've decided to kill off Cir, and I'm taking him by force, because that's what I do. Yeah, anyways, thankfully Hermes comes in, and Hermes is like, oh, you should know, Freya, that 6 months has passed for Bell being in Hestia's familia, and this is a rule that we all gods have created, where in 1 year time, then you should spend in a familia, and then you can change. So you shouldn't go against it. This is something all the gods decided, which is true. I guess even if Freya's this whimsical and this egotistical, she's not someone that can completely upturn a rule that was made by collectively agreed to by every single gods and goddesses. She cannot really do that in that sense. So she was like, okay, fine, I'll allow it. But she obviously Hermes was like, okay, for now, let's just calm everything down. Yeah, he'll probably take Bell away, but we'll have a little bit of time to talk about this and then break him out of that whole situation. I also thought of that. I was like, yeah, what can she do? What's the extreme that she could do? Take Bell away and just confine him somewhere? That's the worst she could do. Even Hermes thought that. So they were like, okay, let's you can keep Bell, for now. 6 months later, we'll allow it. Freya is 2 steps ahead of that. She's like, all right, I agree. I'll listen to you, but I'll take some proactive steps so that you guys don't try any type of any type of tricks and try to get Bell away from me. So I'll make sure that this happens. That is why I'll take some proactive steps. Now, this is the part that Hermes didn't realize, that she's willing to go this far, and I had no idea that she could even do something like this. Well, I guess I had an idea she could charm literally everyone, but I had no idea that she would go this far. So that was I guess you could say that was the mistake that Hermes made, because he didn't realize the the extent that Freya is ready to go. Hermes probably thought that she'll just take Belle away and probably keep him somewhere. But no, they like Freya and Ota leaves with Belle, and this is where like Asfi comes in with Rue, and this is where Hermes realizes. Hermes is like, wait a minute, oh no, is she really going to do that? And and you can see that Freya has charmed those two, the guild officials, and they have like megaphones and everything. And Hermes immediately realized here what they're plotting, and Hermes is like, Hestia, quick, boost your divinity. Hestia has also no clue. Hestia's like, what? He's like, boost your divinity, because obviously her divinity can nullify Freya's charm. So boost your divinity, and here we go. Yeah, he says grab Rue and fly as far away from Oradio as you can possibly get. So that is why I think probably Asfi and Rue are not under Freya's charm. Yeah, just do what I say before it's too late. So Asfi leaves with Rue, and then Hermes writes something, gives it to Hestia. When the time is right, you need to give this to me. Don't try and do it immediately. I see. So, okay, Hestia also needs to plan the proper time to give this to Hermes, probably to break his charm. If you screw up the timing, then I'll just end up being your enemy instead. Yep. Right. You want me to give this to you? Yes, out of everyone in Oradio right now, the only one who can resist what's coming is you, Hestia. Yeah, and then Freya's like ready. And Freya's like, yeah, I am someone who loathed people like Ishtar, who fell that far because of something. And I just realized I am on the verge of becoming someone just as ugly as her. I will submit to the scorn, but I will not apologize, because my heart is already set. I've found something for which there's no substitute, and that is all that I need. Yeah, and then she takes Cir's form again. Yeah, and she uses her charm in a scale so huge, whole place is like yeah, enveloped in that. So now bow before me. Yeah, and the whole of Oradio is just... Yeah, so Asfi and Ryu were able to get away. And Hermes gets enveloped in that charm. Hestia, you can see like she's growing blue, so her ability, her divinity is protecting her from Freya's charm. So Hestia still remembers well. You will heed my every word. And this is probably where Freya said something like, obviously they didn't reveal it because they wanted to keep it a secret from us, and they wanted to show us what happens after that for the shock value. But I'm assuming Freya probably said something like this over here. She said that Bel Cranel is a member of my familia from the very beginning. I'm the one who found him, and he has no connection with Hestia familia. Nobody here knows about Bel from his previous connection. The characters, like as we saw, that guy, I forgot his name, the one who Bel tried to talk, and he had no idea of their previous meeting. Similar with everyone else from his familia as well, has no idea about Lily. The fact that Lily met Bel like that, Lily also forgot that. So she probably also said that you'll forget every single thing that happened with Bel, and it will get overwritten by like a new type of scenario where you guys have never met Bel, but you do know about Bel because he's part of the Freya familia. Something like that she told here. There you go. Bel wakes up after that. He comes out and he's like, what the hell? Where's my knife? Where's Ryu? Where's the goddess? What's happening? And then Hedin comes in, and Hedin's like, come on, let's go to have a meal. So they go to the cafe there, where they eat. And Bel is like, they're like, oh, sit down here, Bel. And Now, for a moment, I also thought that everyone here also has forgotten about Belle and has their memories overwritten. No, that's not the case. As we see later on, they were just acting it out. Um, I'm not really sure about the other Fair family members, but at least these like few, the top ones, they haven't been influenced. They know what's going on. Anyways, okay, so Belle comes in and Belle is confused. Belle's like, "What is going on? Where is my goddess? Where is Ryu? Like, what's happening? Why am I here?" And everyone's like, "What are you talking about? You have been here. You're part of the Freya Familia." And Belle is like, "What the hell?" Belle is like, "No, I'm not from Freya Familia. I don't even know her that properly. I was saved by goddess Hestia. She took me under her wing." Anyways, after like realizing that nobody's listening to him, he just leaves, and then he goes out into the. This is crazy because it would be one thing if they like confined Bell somewhere and didn't let him go, but this is like some next level like brainwashing where literally they're not even like stopping him from leaving their home and going into a radio. They're giving him all freedom, but they made it in such a way that Bell himself will lose his whole motivation little by little when he'll see that nobody remembers him and nobody knows what's going on. He'll think that he's the crazy one little by little. Like this is like some some next level brainwashing. Okay, so he bumps into this guy Mord. I think that was his name. Yeah, and then like he's like, "Oh, Mord, like like what's happening?" And Mord is like, "Oh my God, you're from the Freya family. You're Rabbit's Foot." And she's like, they're like, I'm sorry, like, here, I can give you my money." Anyways, Belle is like, "Come on, you don't remember me?" Doesn't remember him. Aina comes in, and she also talks to Belle, and Belle is like, "Aina, son, you remember me, don't you?" Aina's like, "Yeah, I know you, but I'm not really personally like, I don't personally know you though. I do know about you. You're extremely popular. You're from the Fair Familia." Um, so yeah, there you go. That's that, and you can see while all of this is happening, a lot of Fair family members are keeping an eye on him, so that he doesn't bump into someone accidentally, someone like Hestia, who can give him what's going on. They need to make sure that Belle feels isolated in this way, and little by little, he succumbs to this whole situation. So because if Hestia comes and tells him that, "Oh yeah, you are correct, Freya has done this," then he'll at least get the sad, like he'll at least be, I guess you could say, he'll get the respite, and he'll think that, "Okay, thank God, I'm not going crazy. Like this is something. What's wrong is not with me, but everyone else in this world. That is what's wrong with them. It's not only me." So they won't even give him that little amount of, like, yeah, like relief as well. That's why, like even when Hestia was there, they were keeping an eye on them so that Hestia doesn't say anything like this. Um, Anyways, he goes immediately off and like in front of the Hestia family members. Haruhime, Mikoto, like Lily, Welf, everyone's there, and obviously they have no idea that this is. Now here's the other thing. I did think for a moment maybe like Hestia told all of them about the situation, and at least the like Hestia's familiar members have an idea what's going on with Belle, and they are just acting this out. I doubt that. I don't think that's the case, because the way they were looking at Belle, that seemed genuine. Because you can understand this when you look at Hestia, and you can see that it's pretty damn obvious that Hestia knows what's going on. The way she was, her face, her expressions that was making. But everyone else, you look at their face, you can see they have like genuine anger and scorn towards Belle, because they think this guy is some random dude from the Freya Familia. And what does they want with a minor, familiar like us? Yeah. Now, there you go. And that is what's going on. Now, you know what? I feel like it will be soon that the members from Hestia Familia will be able to realize what's going on. You know why? It's because their stories is very like what they think now is they're from the Hestia Familia. But if you get, everyone knows that that wasn't the case. Welf was from the Hephaestus Familia. Mikoto was from the what was his name? Takumi Kazuchi? Was that his name? I forgot his name. From his familia. we have Haruhime, who was from Ishtar's familia, Lily from the Soma familia. Like, every single person in this group are from some different familia. So I feel like this is going to be a contradiction which they themselves will probably get confused about, because they are thinking they're from Hestia familia, but their original roots is from other familias. You know, so that will probably clash, and they'll probably realize soon enough that something weird is going on with my memories. Because they'll be thinking like, when did I join the Hestia familia? Like, what's going on? Why did I join them? Also, why did they join the Hestia familia? Mainly because of Bell. Lily joined because of Bell. Mikoto joined because of Bell as well, if you remember, because Bell wanted help from them. Same with Wealth. Also the similar reason, for Bell he joined. Haruhime as well joined because of Bell. So the reason why they joined Hestia familia in itself is involved with someone who they don't know. That is going to cause contradiction in their memories, I think, and they will probably break out of this soon enough. Like, and the other people, like, they're obviously, they won't be able to understand that, because anyone who has like contact with Bell will probably little by little realize that there's something weird going on with their memories. I don't know. I hope that's the case, because otherwise, like, just think about it. Like, Mikoto, Wealth, they are from other familiars, like, and they're joined here for Bell. And now that Bell himself is someone that they don't know. Wouldn't that cause confusion in their head? They would be like, what the hell? Like, what's going on? Wasn't I part of Hephaestus? Will think like, wasn't I part of Hephaestus family? Why am I here? For who did I come here? Yeah, so I don't know. I'm just thinking maybe something like that will happen. We'll see. Either way, you can see Hestia's like, obviously Hestia knows what's going on, but Hestia keeps quiet because he sees that Otal is just there, from the alleyway looking at her like this, like, right. And then Hestia is also like, I'm sorry, who are you? And just ignores him and just leaves. Obviously, Hestia's like, I'm sorry, Bell. But they're planning, definitely Hestia's planning to do something. We'll see what they do. But either way, the big thing here is that Bell now thinks that he's crazy. He's like, what the hell is going on? Like, why is everyone acting like this? Am I the crazy one? Yeah, so let's wait and see what happens. And I'm very curious about what happened with Ice. If Ice is also like similarly brainwashed. Probably. Because yeah. Anyways, like, things are not looking good at all. Like I said, just like Hermes, I was also not thinking Freya is going to go this far. I was like, yeah, she'll probably take him, probably confine him somewhere. Damn, this I wasn't expecting. Good lord. This is a nightmare. Like, like, imagine you're in a world where you have a certain memory and everyone else is like, what the hell? Like, that's not what's happening. Like, they're like, oh, no, you're not from Hestia family, you're from Freya familia. And Bill is like, bro, what? Like, look, am I the crazy one? That is a nightmare. Good lord. Yeah, and there you go. That was today's episode. That was my reaction to Danmachi Season 5, Episode 5. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Danmachi. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.